Howdy, howdy, everybody. Welcome to HT's EDC with
Miss HT.
How's everybody tonight? Do we have first off, do we have a good feed? Everybody hearing us loud and clear? Give me something in the comments.
Yeah, Barlow Brigade says he's back.
Hey, look at here. Puncture. The best ability is availability, and we were actually on time tonight, maybe even a few seconds earlier. So if we're coming in loud and clear and the picture's good,
back, howdy, greetings all.
Everybody looking good. Hey, Oxyfee's here. Bubba, Jim. We got Greg Wilmuth. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong, Greg. And who all else? What do we got total?
Oh, my Oxyfee is here.
That's old Dave.
It's gonna be a fun show.
We got 10 people in here right now. So who else? Anybody new? Of course, Brother Jim, Barlow Brigade. I'm sorry if I hadn't said him. He is doing moderating bouncer duties for us tonight. If anybody gets out of line, he said he's coming with that Dusty Rhodes bionic elbow on him. So just watch your P's and Q's, or I'll get this little wildcat on you, even worse.
Kevin Williams.
Howard Bentley, how you doing, Howard? 13 now. Kevin Williams, Michael Scott. Howdy.
Well, you can see I went from the, what is it?
Cast,
that's my words. Cast, and now I'm to the brace. Which I will say, I don't like this as much. It's easier, but the position's different. So I have been in some pain today, y'all. But just figuring this out. So I got 4 weeks. I'll be in this for 4 weeks.
We were hoping, hold it up again. We were hoping, or I was hoping, had visions of grandeur that it would be something like this. This is just about as long as the cast was. It's still 3/4 or better her arm, but that's you can take that one off. You can get some air to it, all that. So it's trending in the right direction, but it's still pretty invasive.
Yes. So I've got 4 weeks in this. I start physical therapy Monday, and then we're going to pray everything goes great. I'll go back to work for a month, maybe 6 weeks before they do surgery. So that's my update. That's where I'm at. Thank you for asking. We're going forward.
Todd Willis, who all? Big John T, Alabama. How you doing, Alabama Knife and Tool? Jedi Jim. We got Jedi Jim in here now. It's a party. Junior Knife Collector, Jake. How you doing, buddy? That is, you're an all-star now, buddy. I'm honored to be in your presence, little buddy. We're all pulling for you, and I love your videos, man. If you guys don't know, the Jakes of the world, they're what's going to be running this thing. They're going to push this traditional knives and all. That's our future, so we need to invest in them, and it warms our heart. I know it warms our heart to see 12-year-old. We got a 12-year-old. There's a 15-year-old that I did a horse trade with. It's a freaking a leather worker, and darn good too. 15 years old. So age isn't a thing. Those kids got more talent than I do in their little finger, but
at least he's on the right path.
Absolutely. Driver 38. We got Lanny in here. Well, we got 20 people. Let's stop babbling. You can.
Thank you, Oxyfee. I just love him.
We're gonna do a quick what you toting. Hit us up in the comments. We're still gonna do that. We got to do it. We're gonna show what we're toting today, and y'all let us know in the comments what y'all are Saturday toting today. And I'm gonna let little mama start out.
Okay, so this is what I've had in my pocket today. My wonderful orange Dragonfly Spyderco. I couldn't have did that without the hole, but you know. So it's starting to get a little bit of color dye coming onto the scales because I use it so much, but it's my faithful. I can't shut it here. So
we actually
here.
had a trade request for this, and unfortunately,
I just can't give it up.
She really uses this at work. And right now, with her finger being like it is, it's like the only one that she can. She don't have a second hand to open one, so she can halfway thumb roll this guy out. But
yeah.
Anywho,
now let me guys show you this. Ed Costa over at Legacy Knives. Look at this little cute thing. Let me show you, because I got it in the mail and I about fell out.
New product reveal. I think it's already on his website.
So
new-ish product reveal.
Unbuckled it, and it's a little wallet. Let's see. So it's got this one flap. I'm trying to figure this out. That will hold the dollars, and then you just fold it in half, and then fold that in half, and then click it shut.
Nice snap on it. Look how little hold that up.
So I love that when you don't want to take your whole person somewhere. And me and Harold do what's called walking money. Like if we're going somewhere, he'll be like, okay, here's, $40, $60. This is your walking money. So this will be holding my walking money. So we opened this today. We checked the mail. We were in the truck. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. It holds money. Well, he had like $11 in this cup holder. So I told y'all last week when we did this, if it's, his Maurer money is really my money. So I just picked his money up and put it in my new wallet. Isn't that awesome? But shout out Ed Costa, because I love it. I think it's freaking fabulous.
What I hope some of y'all got out of that, it's not just these 5-finger discounts. We have a grade A klepto over here, so it's money too. So walking money.
Money weight makes the world go round. Isn't that what they say?
Something like that. That's what they say.
Yeah. 7 Brew Coffee opened up in town, so it gets a lot of my money. But anyway, keep going.
Anywho, we got a mail call in today from Ed. I had sent this. You guys may remember this knife. I got in. I got it personalized. I'm not going to take out the knife, but it's got my name on it, channel name and all. Y'all probably remember it. But the sheath that came in it, which is this sheath, was just terrible retention. I mean, the knife flipped all the way. Got to figure out this camera. The knife was just flopping all the way around in there. The buckle on it would barely stay snapped. I mean, with any kind of pressure, the snap would come undone. But anyway, I sent this to Ed. And he has put me a nice new snap and a nice retention strap that comes over the hilt of the sharp finger there, and I love it. So this was he can do leather repair too. He didn't make this sheath. This is a factory sheath, but he made a factory sheath way better, and now I can tote this knife in confidence. So another huge shout out to Brother Ed. And for my What You Totin' today, we have a Fieldmaster again, my favorite sack. Has the scissors, has a little saw on it, 2 blades, the can opener, the whole 9. And the main thing, it has the use your words, HT, the Phillips. I am a big proponent of the Phillips instead of the corkscrew. That's just me, but I'm big on my sacks having the Phillips. I actually use that Phillips driver all the time. So that was in my left pocket. I'm not going to bore you with, pocket. Of course, my pocket cross, Holy Land pocket cross, our Little Jesus, challenge coin, wallet. That's all the same. Y'all have seen that 3,422 times. But again, bringing up Ed, we have a large maglock. Actually, excuse me. This is a medium maglock. My bad. My apologies. This is the medium, and this is now. I couldn't wait to get this in my pocket. Milo Ruiz, is Milo down there? Have we seen him in the comments? Milo, the other day for my Thankful Thursday, I showed this knife. This is a 2-daughter Buck 112. You guys know my favorite knife on planet Earth. Yeah, it's in the pocket today. This is one of the old school, has a no nail nick on it. You can see that's before they were doing nail nicks, the blocky style. We'll see if I can pull off tang stamp. Am I even turning it right? Yeah, I am. But if you can see there, 2 dots. This is about the second oldest iteration of a buck 112 you can get. There is no dots, a no dotter in the 12, the buck 112, and I don't have one yet. So this is pretty old and pretty awesome. So what else? What we got in here now? 27. Any new people in there? We see new
And
folks?
by the way, the first night of the auction for the fundraiser went really good, and I picked up a knife. He did not. There was one he wanted, but he got outbid on. But there was something I needed in my collection, and I will show you guys when I get it because it is beautiful.
Dennis Whipple, if you're out there. No, I'm just kidding, buddy. Good pickup, Dennis. Dennis is one who whooped me up on the one that I tried to bid on, but that's okay. It was meant for him, and little mama over here got one anyway. We're bound and determined to show a little love and spend a little queso for a good cause. But that was a great show. Shout out to Brother Dwayne, Brother Mickey, Hillbilly Ridge, Brian, Brian's Knives, Miss Donna, everybody, anybody that donated a knife, man, you guys showed up and showed out. And from us, salute. That's awesome.
And we got 5 more nights to do it, right? 5 more Fridays.
At least 5 more full shows, yeah. We got howdy. We got Don in here. How you doing, Don? What's he saying? Good looking 112. Yeah, she got her cast off, Don, but she's got this pretty much same length brace on here. But it is removable now. In the cast, couldn't take that off.
See if you can tilt that screen a little bit this way, the screen itself. Yeah, like that. Maddie, say hi. She says hi. Hey, you say hi.
Maddie cuffed with her bone in tow.
I actually think this is Abigail's bone. I gave them both one, but hers are littler, and now I think she bullied the lab and got the big bone.
The women of the Terry household have this whole thing about 5 finger or 5 paw. What would you call that? Discounts. So even Maddie's in on the action on kleptomania.
Listen, don't get me started. It all belongs to us anyways.
And there's that. Anyway, folks, let's get off into it. What I want to talk about tonight is the icon, the buck 110 tonight. And this was a request from a viewer. So this is kind of a people's choice live tonight. A viewer texted in and wanted me to show my buck 110 derivatives. Some of the offspring that through the years have came from the buck 110, and they are numerous. I'm going to show 7 again. 7 was the magic number last time to try to get us out of here at a decent hour, not hold y'all too long. But I'm going to show the Kang first, the 110, and I'm going to show some knives that were 100% inspired by the Kang. Well, there went the bone. Anyway, the first one, we're going to show the Kang. And this, folks, is my oldest to date 110. This is a 1967 through 1972. If I can get that up there. All you're going to see, if that's coming through, is Buck USA. It is a no daughter. There is one earlier iteration that just says Buck. And that is, well, The buck 110 came out in 64. So that would be a 3-year period from 64 to 67. No dots, no USA, just buck only. And I have not been blessed to get one of those yet, but this is the second. It's blocky, doesn't have the contours. They did initially go ahead and put nail nicks on the 110. The 112, they didn't for a while. But anyway, this is my oldest buck 110, and this is right here. I don't think they changed much in design in those prior 3 years. This is what you're looking at, what we're talking about. That is inspired all the rest of these other 7. This is the granddaddy, the Mac Daddy, the icon of American cutlery, lockback cutlery, in my opinion, the buck 110. So, and again, if y'all have any comments, she's fixing to, as I get off into this, I'm going to be running my pie hole. And if there's a comment over there, y'all stop me, and we'll go back at the end also and try to clean any of that up.
I'm guessing driver 38 was born in 64 because it says good things came out in 64.
64, huh?
I'm guessing.
All right. Mark Gallagher. That's a new one I haven't seen. Hello, Mark. Brother Blade and Ward. Yeah. Brother Rex. Brother Blades and more. Easy for me to say, huh? How you doing, Brother Rex? Glad you made it. You make me nervous.
I did not. I haven't done nothing to you.
I'm scared you're going to hit me or something. She's a mean one.
Yeah, I look mean.
Anyway, the first one I'm going to show you guys, for you case fans, we're going to go start it off with case knives. And yes, there is a lot of differences in this shape. And the thing that Case did is they made a little fin here. This is part of their Shark series. And this is actually an exchanger. This is a case exchanger. But again, inspired, we have wood inlays here. We have brass over here. We have rosewood, a wood inlay. We have brass. And on this particular one, this is my exchanger. I just so happen to have the drop point on it, but it comes with 3 or 4 other blades. And there is a clip point, one of them that looks pretty similar to the 110. So I can get this thing in frame.
It's opposite of what you think.
I know. I'm going to figure it out here. But anyway, there's no doubt about it. These came out in the late 70s. So, a good decade later than the 110. But again, backlock, wood inlay, brass liners. I don't have it on here, but clip point blade. Very heavily inspired by the 110. And this is just, and Case has other lockbacks, but this is just the one I picked up for Case today. Again, I'm trying to show different models on all 7, but for Case, we're picking up and this, by the way, this frame on an exchanger is the same frame as a hammerhead. These just exchange, but as far as the chassis, if you have a hammerhead, you have pretty much the same chassis as an exchanger. So anyway, there is numero uno.
Dean P.
Dean P in there.
Mm-hmm.
Howdy, Dean.
Hey, howdy.
Anybody else new? I don't see. Well, we got 30 folks. All right. Second one we want to show you is, I got to get it up. There we go. This is a K-bar 1180. This is 1184 or is it 89? I should know this. This is the 1189. I think I said it right the first time. Man.
Nice jimping.
Hey, yeah. Check her out. Jimping. A little bit different. There is no jimping on the standard 110. So the K-bar puts some about 1 inch of jimping up here. But again, clip point blade with a nail nick. We have wood, and I forget what wood this was. I want to say that's Coca-Cola that's on this one, on the 1189. And again, brass and backlock. Turn it around here, show everything. But this is K-Bar USA, the model 1189. And as you can see, very much inspired by the 110. So that is number 2. Numero 3. And this one, these are all going to be from one mother company. We're going to be looking at Schrade USA. So I have one Schrade, I have one Old Timer, and I have one Uncle Henry, which is all, if you guys know, is all under the Schrade mothership of Schrade knives. But this umbrella, yeah, use my words for me. This is the LB7. This is the good old Schrade Plus, which most of you guys know. If you see Schrade Plus USA, that plus denotes that it is in stainless steel. If you just see Schrade USA or Uncle Henry USA, blah, 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 and no plus sign, chances are you have a carbon steel, as we'll see here on the next one, actually. But this is good old mothership Schrade here. And again, yeah.
And I'm a stainless steel fan. He's a carbon steel fan.
100%. So,
but since I don't like patinas, I like stainless steel.
But great lockups on these. And folks, I'm not telling you 100%. I'm not telling you that some of these knives are inferior products to Buck. I am just simply stating that Buck set the industry, set the mark, and are still making them. They're still going strong to this day, and it's not by accident. But I'm not trying to say that I am Mr. Buck. I don't run from that. But some of these other knives are absolutely fantastic lockbacks. But anyway, that is the LB7 Schrade mothership LB7. And we are going to move on now into an old timer, as we can see there on that thing or on that shield. And we are immediately, Miss T's fixing to vomit here, because we have Teenerific here. If it don't get in my light too bad, I don't know how to show it, but there's Teener. There you go. There's Teeners all over this one. And this, folks, is the Schrade, and this is the 70T. We went from the LB7 to the 70T, and now you see it just says Schrade USA, no plus sign, 70T. And this is the old timer derivative of basically, again, the 110. In this case, we have went with saw cut Delrin, so they did change it up, the handle material. We got good old, I love it, saw cut Delrin on this guy. But again, we got brass bolsters, we got backlock, clip point blade with a cat's eye nail nick. 1,000% inspired by the Kang. So yeah, love this knife. Love this knife. Love the Teeners on it. This thing is a beast. Sure you don't want to tote this one?
Mm-mm.
You sure?
I'm sure.
She's sure. Anyway, moving along. Anybody new in there? Radar 468. We got Raybo 34 in here. How you doing, Ray?
Trevor
Wilson, Dean P. Some name down there at the bottom that has a wavy face, and I'm not going to even try that. That name. But howdy.
I think it says it's Russian.
Russian?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we're going international here. Anyway, where are we? Last of the Schrades, and we are going Uncle Henry now. And this particular model, again, we steer clear of the wood, and we have some good old Stagalon. Shout out to my Stagalon fans. I love the stuff. I know it's very polarizing. Some people hate it. And you're coming from a stag guy. I love the real thing. I get it, folks. There's nothing like the real McCoy for stag. But I am here to tell you this Stag-A-Lon stuff, it is hardy. It holds up. You do not have to baby it. Heat, cold, wet hands, what have you. If you want to get a user handle material, Stag-A-Lon is some good stuff. Do I think it looks like stag? I mean, you could hold this 30 yards away and I can tell you that's not real stag, but it is what it is. And it is a good user material. But anyway, we'll get up here, let you see. Well, got to flip it over where you see the writing correctly. It says Uncle Henry there. There is that Stag-A-Lon. Again, we are looking at brass bolsters, brass pins, and I haven't been talking about the brass pins, the brass bolsters on there, or excuse me, brass liners, but every one of these had them. Again, just pretty much the same construction of the 110, but if you see on here, if I can get it right, well, I may have to turn that tang stamp to get it all in there.
Dan, you are a lucky man.
Uncle Henry. And actually on the back this time, you have your model number, which is the LB8 USA.
His better half picked up a couple bucks yesterday at an estate sale.
Who did?
We ain't never had good luck, Dan Edwards.
Dan Edwards. We got the ATL in the house tonight. Salute, Dan. Howdy, buddy.
We look for knives everywhere we go, but Lord Jesus, listen, it's hard sometimes to find anything.
Ronald Norwood. We got Frank Northcutt. Brother Frank, man. Awesome. We are honored to have you tonight, buddy. I know you're kind of going through it right now, and it's probably tough for you to be here, man, but I thank you so much for popping on. JC Mountain of Jar. What do you say, buddy? Let's go, JC.
Big fish.
Wally is in the house. What we got now? 43? Okay. We're getting there. Last week, what did we have at the most? 60, 62, 63? Maybe it was 52, 53. I don't know. But we're up there, 43. But anyway, this is the last one of the trilogy of trade knives. This is the Uncle Henry LB8, and just an awesome knife. Look at that point. Look at that point on that joker. That thing means some business, folks. That will be a getter done on a white-tailed deer. Come on. Anyway, grab a sip here real quick. Don, what's Don saying? Hopefully I'm doing this right. Yes, Don, how you doing? Driver 38. Jedi Jim. Big fish. Anyway, we got two more. How we doing on time? We're doing great on time. These two here, definitely the last one. I'm going to show you a knife at the end that is way modern from some of these other ones. I've showed you a lot of 60s, 70s, and 90s models through the years, derivatives that spawned from this baby right here.
And I think the last one's the prettiest.
And yeah, I'll tell you who I got that from too. It's pretty cool. But anyway, we got one more before we get to that last one. And this one is a Craftsman. And as you can see, this baby here has finger grooves. If I show it like that. And this time we have nickel silver. This is our first one where we have strayed from the OG brass. This one here, we got a little more modernized. We got some nickel silver. We got finger grooves, which buck, of course, the 110s and 112s come in finger grooves also. But this guy actually has a rubberized, and they got a 50-cent word for this, but I'm not going to try to think of what it is. But this is like and look how thick it is too. They don't cheat you on that 50-cent word rubber. But check this thing out in hand. This is an awesome knife This is the Craftsman, and it is called the, what is it? The Gunstock. This is the Craftsman Gunstock, or the model 94609, which we'll show you guys that. Craftsman USA, that model number. And up here we have a little etching, Craftsman Gunstock. And pretty much you turn it around, we are completely sterile. And as you can see on many of these models, this is an aftermarket thumb stud that HT puts on most all of his 5-inch lockbacks. That's just me. I love a thumb stud, and I love a good sharpening choil. And when a knife don't have, they don't got to come with a thumb stud, but I am very anal about a proper sharpening choil. And saying that, I have not done that on this one. So that may be a project in the future, because I see right now, this one, you can see what I'm talking about here, comes all the way, and there is no choil there whatsoever. So that might be a good candidate for the old Dremel, but this thing is awesome, folks. You talk about comfort in hand.
Ronald Norwood said you had in 40, thought it was a Puma.
Puma? Nah, this is a Craftsman, Ronald. Craftsman USA, Gunstock, they call it. This was a gift, man. And who gave that to me? Is it you, Ronald, or you set me up? One of you guys, one of my on-screen family members actually gifted me this knife. And shamefully right now it's eluding me. I apologize if you're in here, but it was an awesome gift. You see, I still have it, and I love it. Love this knife. Like I said, with that rubber, whatever they call that, that thing is a grip magnet. Love it, love it, love it.
Don Hoffrogue with that flat grind on it. Was that made by Camillus?
Yeah, I think it was. I think that was. It was either Camillus. Let me look at it. I can usually tell. The Craftsman line was sometimes made by Schrade or Camillus, and I don't know. My guess is, and y'all can hit me up in the comment. My best guess is this is Camillus made. It has the cues to me of Camillus, and being the age that I think this knife is, I would say this is probably Camillus, because Schrade, when Schrade were doing the knives for them, that was really early on. Excuse me, Craftsman model. So my best guess is Camillus. Any of y'all confirm that? I know we got some Tang stamp scholars probably in the comments, but HT's best guess, and I could be dead wrong, that yes, that is probably Camillus made. All right. Anybody new? Any questions? All right. 33 minutes. We are doing good. We're not going to make these long, folks. My personal opinion, being a watcher of lives, when they get much past an hour and a half, some of that, I mean, you got some loyal people that are going to hang there with you to the end, but that's a lot to ask. So we're always going to try to stay south of an hour. Kind of our target goal is going to be about 45 minutes for these. If it happens to be a little less, great. A little bit more, that's all right too. But I'm going to try to have it planned out, enough knives, whatever my content is, to get you out of here timely, because I know it's a weekend. And by the way, we did that poll on some of my videos and asked you guys what y'all thought for time. And probably 80% of you said the Saturday night thing was fine. What were you laughing at?
It doesn't matter. You just pick a time.
Yeah. And yeah. So there was a few people that said, like there was a Wednesday night or a Thursday or whatever. They were kind of random, but most people said the whole Saturday night evening thing was okay. So we're going to keep rocking with them at that time slot for right now. But anyway, last but not least, I'm going to show y'all a fairly modern knife. And this one was a gift. And I know Jeff Jackson in here. Mm-hmm. There's Jeff. Howdy, Jeff.
And before he shows this last one, I will tell y'all I had planned on putting some of my knives to the side just to show. But yeah, I just had a crap day with my hand today and actually took some pain pills, which I haven't done in a while. So needless to say, that got put on the back burner, and instead I sat on the couch and read a book. But next time I will be more prepared and will show some of my favorites. They will not look anything like this, I'm afraid, but
full of teener though. They'll be splotched
not
up.
a lick of teener, but I'll have some of mine I can show.
How about you show the last one with that good hand there?
I don't know nothing about it.
Just hold it up and show it.
Well,
You'll probably do better with that.
Open it.
Well, I'll take care of that. You'll probably do better with that whole camera thing than I am. I'm terrible with it. There you go. This is
I have no idea.
This is a hard hat knives, and that is some good old rosewood. And the person down there that just came up in blue, that was a gift. Barlow Brigade, Big Jim, our moderator tonight, gifted me this knife, and ain't she a beauty?
She is pretty.
That's
what I'm saying. This one's my favorite that he had laid out. I think she is just beautiful.
It really is. It does have. Go ahead. It does have some gorgeous grain on it, and that was a gift from my main man Jim. Shout out to you, Jim. Love that thing. And I think this is like a 2005 to 10. It's the most modern, most recent one. But again, clip point blade. And I show you this to tell you, that there's still companies popping out knives like the Buck 110. It is just a timeless, classic design. It just works. It fits in the hand. It's meant to go to work. Ranchers, hunters, farmers, that knife has been in more working man's hands than probably anything else. And I know it's an arguable statement. I know you got your trappers out there and your stockmans, but for a locking knife, I will stand on the 110 has probably been in more pockets than most in U.S. history. But anyway, this is like a 2000 something model, hard hat knives, beautiful, beautiful knife. I'll open it up for you here. And again, same things. It's very shiny, but that is brass. It kind of looks like in the camera that's looking nickel silver, but that is brass. You got your liners on there, your brass liners. Looks like it only has one pin, one lock pin holding that all together, which is pretty cool. I think that's a good idea. I think that's a good idea. When you got that grain there going, they really didn't want to take away with a lot of pins. My opinion, they wanted to let that beautiful wood be the star of the show. So, but of course, you got to have at least one for your lock mechanism in there. So they kept that pretty minimal. But
it's a little chunky, not bad chunky.
Got a little swell, if y'all can see that right there in the middle, but not too bad. Out of all these, that is probably the least broad. So getting modern, everything with the times, people are wanting lighter, slimmer. So this kind of shows a little how the 110 derivatives have evolved over the years. Like I say, a little slimmer, a little lighter. That's considerably lighter than, most anything else here on the table. But just a beautiful knife that's still to this day inspired by the cane. So, all right, where are we at? 38 minutes.
All right, Adventurer 1971. If you get those out and show them, don't put there for sale because he buys enough knives.
No, you
110s and 112s. You'd be like, can I get them in a package?
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah, well.
I know you.
Guilty as charged. I mean, do hit me up. Holler at me on any 110s and 112s. I'm always in the market. I mean, sometimes. But anyway, folks, that's what we got for you tonight. Oh, yeah, is there any of those that you'd like me to go back up, show a tang stamp, answer a question on? I may or may not can answer it, but if not, we'll. That's all I got to show as far as the knife goes. If there's any comments or questions, How did the pitcher and how'd the feed do tonight? Was there any lagging or any hazy, or do we, look our normal, in my case, ugly self? Why are you laughing at that?
Why would you say that?
Well, you think I'm pretty, right?
Well, why'd you say my ugly self?
Well, compared to you, love.
Whatever. You lie like a dog.
What else? Good pick.
Normally we can argue a lot. I'm a little out of my game today.
We're toning it down tonight. She's had a rough day with that arm, so
hold on a second.
I think Maddie wants a canoe.
This is about the stainless green bone you had earlier this week, because she may confiscate that from you. Did I see it?
Dawn. No, I don't know what he's talking about. Real splitter. What? Nothing, Dawn. No,
I need to see what that green bone is he's talking about.
Dawn.
I might need to look at it. It might be in my collection when I show mine.
You're killing me, Smalls.
I'm here for the argument.
Who said that?
Oxy feed.
I'm here for the arguments. Yeah, I'm going. I barked at her earlier. I did.
Oh, he did.
I did. And she's having a bad day with that cast, so I had to come sucking up and apologize. But she's had a rough day today with that. I think it's just an adjustment from the cast to that thing, and it just, I don't know, but it ain't. She's had a rough time with it today, as far as pain wise. But such is. Well, we had a little more banter going, AT. Yeah, Jeff Jackson. Hey, Lanny. Well, driver 38 fights on. Well, folks, we're going to get out of here. Doesn't look like anybody has any questions. Hope y'all liked that. A little drive down history lane, memory lane with the old Buck 110 and some knives from the collection that definitely were inspired by the Kang. So thank y'all so much for showing up and showing out. We were on time tonight. I think we might even started a few seconds early. So we've got that lined out. Did we get any comments on the feed?
They was fine. Good.
Everything was good tonight. No lags. I didn't look like I was in the Matrix when I was moving the knife or anything.
Big E, the knife nut.
Big
hey
E.
Guys, what's up, HT and Miss T?
Eli, what's going on, buddy? That's a new one. What do we got in here? 29. If you would, guys, if you stopped by, hit the like button. I don't like pining for that stuff, but dude, it's pretty easy to hit that on your way out the door. And that helps things out for us. We appreciate it.
That's right, Frank Northcutt. Couples always share green knives.
I don't know what they're talking about. Green knife was. I must have missed that.
Green and blue. We share green and blue. Blue
is fine. I can take your blues, but you can get in that rail splitter. Draw back another. You have another cast.
He talks real big.
Anyway, folks, we love you.
Mm-hmm.
Frank, brother Frank Northcutt, man. Thank you, buddy. We're praying for you. Remember Applebee's?
Yeah.
We prayed for you just the other night in Applebee's. We went out to dinner. And you guys pray for brother Frank. He is an awesome man, an awesome commenter, awesome man in this community. And I'm gonna tell off on you a little bit, Frank, but he's always in some amount of pain, some days more than others, but he gets on here and he supports us and comments, and tonight hopped on this live, and means the world to me, brother Frank. You were the honorary guest tonight, my man. You're not a guest. You're the honorary family member tonight, brother. Thank you so much for coming. And tell your wife
awesome.
We said hello and send her love too. All right, 44 minutes and 29 seconds. If I shut up right now and get off, I made my 45 minutes right on the nose. We love you. God bless you. Probably, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise, we may do it next Saturday night. for the lovely this way, Miss T, and my ugly mug. We're out.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
God bless.